Hello, Sam, Mason, and anyone else on the team who might be watching this video. This is going to be a little tutorial on how to use our Apex meter. So here it is right here. It comes in two different meshes, the base, which is the base, obviously, and then the bar. This is so that the base doesn't have to be changed at all, and then the bar can scale up and down based on the progress, right? This is the confusing part, and this is the reason I wanted to make the video, right? So the way the Apex meter works is that as it fills up and ticks and gets to different stages, the symbol down here will change as well. So let's say you're on stage 3, three of these little triangles will light up, right? Let me just update it so that it makes sense. There we go. So as it gets fuller and fuller, these symbols down here will light up. So because of this, there's going to be 8 different material sets attached to it. And I'm going to break that down really quick, right? Element 0, this is the Apex meter texture. This is its own unique texture set that I made in Substance Painter. You do not have to touch this at all. This is the standard base on the thing, which that's just the standard base texture that does not need to get changed. However, everything else down here is a different material corresponding to a different tick along the symbol down here, as well as the middle hexagon. So the thought process here is that as this fills up further and further, this symbol down here will continue to light up, right? And then along with that, I didn't quite know how many materials you wanted for the lava. So I currently only have one in here that you can just keep changing. I don't know if you want to swap things out or just update the texture. I don't know. I'm probably not going to be the one interacting with the dynamic material manager for this because A, I don't have the time, and B, um, I'm not the most knowledgeable on it. So if we go into hero props, that's where I keep all this stuff. You have MI Apex Lava. And I have some new parameters in here for adjusting emissive panning. So to set this up, a little rundown. You have an emissive texture in here. This is the T underscore apex meter emissive texture, which is just that triangle grid texture that I put on most things, and it's emissive with a color. You want to make sure that emissive color is set to white. That means that it's being turned on. If it's at black, that means nothing's happening, so make sure it's at white. You have your emissive intensity. I think we all know how that works, but the number has to be super high, so there's that. And then the emissive panning. If this is turned on, the panning will turn on. There's a little note here about how it works, just in case you forget, but the R channel is for the speed in the X direction. So if I set this to 0, set this to 1, you'll see it move side to side. Obviously, I don't think we'll need that for this, but it's there. And then the G channel is for the speed in the Y axis. So if this is set to 1, it'll go up. Set to -1, it'll go down, right? You don't need the B and the A channels. There's just not a vector or constant vector parameter or vector parameter, whatever it is, for 2 channels. So I had to make this to work. And then the thought process here is that this material will change dynamically as this meter gets more and more full. So let's say stage 6 is super bright and super fast. So it's like super energized. So it's going that fast and it is just so extremely bright. It's ready to burst, right? And then one more thing, you can also change the tiling for the lava up here with the UV tiling. So if that's something you also want to change dynamically, be my guest. But yeah, that's how you use this thing. And then if you have any questions, let me know.